Many people think manifestation is something that happens later on in the future, but in fact, it's something that happens in the now. You see, we know and we understand that the past is something that can never be repeated and it's over, and the future is something that we imagine. And if you don't know that, then realize that when we think about the future, we are imagining the possibility, the likelihood, or what we would like to happen. But in fact, it is something that we imagine that has no sense of reality when it comes to what may be going on in the moments, how you may be, where you may be, who you may even be, because you are constantly changing. So what you think you want to materialize in the future, you may actually, in fact, want to materialize something different, or you may not even want that anymore. But understand that the now, this very moment, is the only moment in time that actually exists, that is actually real. So when you really seek out to materialize something that you desire, something that you want, when you choose and you commit to creating something, you are creating it in this very moment. And you are creating it by your thoughts, by your words, by your actions, and being consistent with those things. Yeah, sometimes we can think about something once, we can express it through our mouths and vocally, verbally, we can take action, and it can materialize right then and there. But many times the things that we truly want, the things that hold some weight or significance or even some intensity, may take some time. Now, it's not necessarily because the universe takes time, it's really because you take time. You see, you may be having some limitations you have to break through. You may be having some walls, some belief systems that you have to dismantle, and it may take you some time to come to the realization of aligning yourself with that thing. And that's okay. That's just part of the process. You see, materialization, manifestation is not just some superficial idea or concept. It's not just something just to satisfy your ego by creating something that you want. It's really about understanding and realizing, right, the unfoldment of you and your ability to create your connection, your oneness with the universe. The universe is about creation. The universe is about expansion, gaining experiences. And your idea to materialize or to manifest something is really your consciousness desire to experience it, to have an opinion or to have an experience that will expand your consciousness, expands your wisdom, your knowledge even. And so your desires are not just something that's coming from the ego. The ego may influence it. The ego may be a part of it. You may be led by the ego if your ego isn't managed well. But ultimately, when we really want something and it's something we consider that comes from deep within us, our passions, our purpose, that is usually connected with the consciousness and not the ego. Now, if we just want to impress other people and we want to get things to prove to other people that we are worthy, that we are better than them, then of course, that is something that comes from the ego. But let's talk more about the consciousness. Let's talk more about the purity of manifestation. Your manifestation and your ability to manifest happens now at this very moment. Yeah, you may not be able to materialize it at this moment, but your actions, your thoughts, your feelings, your desires, everything that you are thinking and putting forward when it comes to materializing this thing at this moment is what matters most, because it lays down the brickwork, it lays down the foundation. And as you live in the moment of actually imagining, visualizing, living, being in connection with that thing in your mind, in your spirit, in your soul, in your body, then you actually line yourself up with the universe to actually materialize it and bring it into this physical world. So though many people will say, well, just think about what you want, just visualize what you want and let the universe do the rest. Well, it's actually you that's doing all of the work. Remember, you are one with the universe. You are not separate from the universe. The universe isn't something else. You are not co-creating. You are creating. Acknowledge your oneness with the universe. When we say things like co-create, we are acknowledging a separation. So no more using co-creation. You are actually the creator. You are actually leading in the materialization of this thing. Yeah, you may go through some obstacles. You may go through some bumps in the road. And you may think that the universe is trying to teach you something. And this is true. But understand that you are a part of this process as well. And though you may not consciously be aware of the lessons that you are learning along the way, that a part of you, the highest self of you, is actually guiding you through, you have to realize and own the fact that you are one with that intellect, one with that wisdom, that knowledge, right? And as you go along this process, always stay grounded in the moment, always stay grounded in the now, because it is the now that's going to keep you feeling gratitude. It's going to keep you in a place of positivity and happiness. When we project ourselves into the future and thinking or desiring the thing that we want, and we forget about the present moment, we are actually pushing back the thing that we want to materialize. We are actually creating the process and making it a longer experience for us to actually materialize this thing. Now, when you are in the moment, though, that is the moment when you are the most effective, the most impactful, the most powerful in the creation of that thing, in the materialization of that thing. So you have to stay in the moment. Stay in the moment, not only in terms of imagining, desiring, feeling, being with that which you want, but also with everything else that you have. Being in the moment means being grateful for what you have, not only being in the space of what you desire, but being grateful for the present moment. Time is something that can be seen as complicated because there's many layers to it, right? We acknowledge that it's really a construct between humans to communicate and connect with one another in this world. But ultimately, consciously, from the conscious point of view, it's really something that's made up. It's really something that really has no truth to it. So as you visually, mentally, spiritually, right, from the place of your pure consciousness, move forward in creating this thing, realize that you are creating it in your mind, in your spirit, in the now. But the universe may take some time to follow through because there are other aspects of you that are blocking the materialization of it happening really at this moment, physically at this moment. So you visualizing it in your mind and your spirit is a part of the process of it materializing. So be patient with yourself. As you move forward, continue to stay in the moment. Don't keep looking forward in a sense of neglecting what you have now and what is the now. Because honestly, you're here now. This is real. You can materialize it. But if you're constantly focused on the future, that means you aren't present, and the future is not guaranteed. So be clear, be present in the moment, live life, love life. And as you continue to come from that space of gratitude and in being in love with life, then every moment is a gift and every moment is full of joy and happiness. Therefore, eventually, when you materialize that thing, you can be in a space of gratitude and joy about what you created. And you can continue to create more joy and more happiness throughout your life. Thank you so much and continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.